At the moment, she is bigger than any of the pictures I posted.
What was the context for that last image?
I guess it depends on the
She just
size of the screen.
she just climbs under the mat sometimes and just does
That
that.
sounds dangerous.
It does. When I first noticed her doing that, I went out and warned everyone just check if there is a cat under there.
You wake up, you come home one day and your cat's a different color.
Flattened. And sat on your cat accidentally. Jeez.
Here's a more recent picture of her sleeping with.
Oh, that's that is quite fun. You really needed to get like a beer or something and put it right next to it.
The thing about her is she's really hard to photograph because she quite often moves suddenly the moment you get out of camera. 'Cause she's like interested that you're holding something.
It's like, no, you're perfect how you are, Stacey. Oh my god. More hay for the cows. Do not kill the cows and try to make bookcases.
Have another older one of her sleeping, and then I'm done.
Oh, you're just standing there. Okay. And no. That's just classic. Nothing special. Anyone could do that.
But it is a very small cat.
It is a very small cat.
She came to us, she was tiny. That fucking little thing in the cat carrier with her sister there.
I mean,
And she ate her sister, and that's why she's not in the other pictures.
Well, currently she and her sister fight constantly.
as you say,
If you put them near each other.
because as you say, cats want to kill smaller cats. Shut up, horse. I was speaking.
Well, the thing is, Ember keeps trilling, so I get the impression she's just trying to play, but Misty, which is the other one, constantly fucking hissing and growling.
Yeah, I've seen that with my previous support worker Dave's dogs. It's like the big dog just like stands there, he doesn't give a fuck, and the little dog's viciously trying to attack him, and he's like, I don't care. It's like, you're not doing anything to me.
Yeah, it's interesting to see them fight now, considering, as you might be able to tell from the two first pictures I posted, when we took them home, Ember was the one standing in front, like, protecting Misty, while Misty was, like, lying down, being all shivering and stuff.
Oh, god damn it.
But now that we've got them home, Misty is just like, no, I hate you.
No.
But yeah, you can see the M on her forehead being pretty vibrant in some of the pictures. Sometimes it gets duller, and sometimes it's a bit more thick. Depends on the photo.
You're pretty thick, horse. Why don't you contribute?
What?
Calling him attractive?
I don't think calling him thick is a compliment of attraction.
You are not familiar with the modern vernacular, my friend.
Was I implying he had boobies?
Nope. Hips is what thick is used for.
No, I don't like that.
I'm afraid, however much you don't like it, it is the modern vernacular.
No, I prefer the insult.
Now, that is what is intended.
I don't want to envision horses' thighs.
Why? Is it the color?
I mean, the fact that I'm envisioning a real horse because I don't know what he looks like.
Well, as the old robot chicken saying goes, horses are sexy. You should fuck a horse.
But, what's it called? Pinkie Pie disagrees.
Does she?
Yeah, I saw like a little joke hentai video that made it look like it was a real hentai video, and then it's a joke one with Pinkie Pie. It's like, what are you doing? I'm a horse. It was really actually quite funny.
I do appreciate meme humor. Sometimes. Depends on the kind, I guess. I remember there was I think the artist name is Modpone, which is really fucking annoying to Google because that's like saying you're the moderator. He made a comic which is supposed to be Twilight Sparkle and Shining Armor fucking, but the dialogue is really deliberately stupid. Like, why don't you fuck me? But I am busy fucking this book, Twilight Sparkle. But I'm right here, you fucking idiot. But I just came inside the book, Twilight Sparkle.
I assume he's gonna say her full name every single time he responds.
I think I might have made that up, but
It sounds like a good addition.
it's that kind of joke. Do you mind if I raid your potato farm?
No, go ahead.
Potato farm.
Potatoes.
Haters.
It's his God's food. You know?
Hater tots.
We can insult the Irish as long as Matt's not here, right?
I have made a habit of insulting the Irish far more when Matt is here.
Yeah.
Mostly because Matt hates Ireland.
There's nothing better than a self-hating Irishman. Yes.
There are a lot of things better.
Wow.
You guys gonna do anything for Halloween?
I'm gonna wear my
Clothes?
I'm gonna wear my clothes. I'm gonna wear my Louise hat, but unfortunately college is closed, so I couldn't have done that.
Louise?
I'm going to, as usual, be very, very sad.
I don't really done anything for Halloween before, but this is like the first time I've ever like consciously want to add like a single article of like a dress up. I guess you
And
would call it.
usually I buy like a spooky mask or something at least.
I mean, I did get a kind of spooky outfit for my. I mean, I don't know if you want to hear about it. You know, the sex doll pin I have.
Yeah, I would appreciate not hearing about that if that's alright with you.
Alrighty. It is. No, I can't tell you now.
Yeah, it's one of those things that's just like viscerally unpleasant.
Really?
Yeah, I know. You'd think that'd be nothing that gets me.
Oh,
But, like, there's
yeah.
this one time that I saw this one guy in like a shit video and I actually felt like vomiting and I was just like, wow, I do have limits.
Yeah. I thought I had a pretty good like tolerance for that sort of stuff, but just today I had like some moldy plates in the dishwasher, and they really made me what's the word? Not cringe, like close to vomiting. What's the word?
Nauseous.
Nauseous. Sure, that's not the word I was thinking of, but let's go with that. Sure.
Or a cringe.
Gag?
What is this
Gag. Yeah, probably. Damn. And that's just the first floor. I'm looking at the mansion.
It is a big first floor and it has no rooms yet.
Sounds like they're compensating for something. The lack of wealth, clearly.
I'm the one person who has
Wow.
significant real life wealth.
Yeah, but in the game you have how many emeralds?
I have very few emeralds, but I have quite a lot of diamonds.
I mean...
According to the villager, 1 diamond is 1 emerald.
Oh, well then, yeah, that probably is equivalent, sure.
Can't do an emerald for
I
one.
got like a fuck ton of stacks of potatoes, but the important thing is that I replanted them all.
Yeah, responsibility.
Well, it annoys me if things aren't replanted. It's not for your sake that I'm being nice.
No, sure, just OCD.
Slightly.
Ah, fucking zombie. Go away. Go away. I only destroyed a torch for like 1 second and a zombie attacks me.
Hello.
Bilbo.
Halo.
Frodo.
It's something about Louise. Who is this Louise?
Louise from Bob's Burgers. You saw the picture of the hat I posted before, right?
Oh, that Louise.
Yeah,
Right.
that.
Yes, now I recall.
Hey, Lois. That's what I thought.
Lois? Why the fuck would I care about Lois from Family Guy?
Louise.
Louise. What
Or
Louise?
just attempting to humorously missay the name of the character.
Right.
I can explain any joke, thereby rendering it completely useless.
Unfortunately, your
Oh my
mother...
god, a skeleton shooting at me. What? How rude. Stop it.
Unfortunately, your mother what?
Yeah.
Did she pass away in a skiing deliberate?
A skiing delivery.
Deliberate. It's like an accident, only not. You know when you make an accident happen on purpose?
Is that possible?
Yes.
Is that a word? That feels like it should be a word.
Well, quite often it's murder. And it's one of like the most important skills in the Hitman games.
Oh. Well, I mean, I understand trying to make it look like an accident, but the way you phrased it, you were like making an accident on purpose. I'm pretty sure that's contradictory, right?
Well, it's like so crashing a car crash is considered an accident,
Right.
even if you like force somebody to crash the car by like waving a gun in their face and then dragging the wheel.
I see.
It's still an accident, but it was also deliberate.
Oh, okay, I kind of get that. Okay.
Isn't it?
You smart.
So like a chandelier falling on someone because the rope broke is an accident, even if somebody did happen to cut that rope first.
Shred some threads, yeah. Cut some threads, sure.
It's a terrible accident, but it was deliberate that they were in the way of it.
That's what you mean.
And that's why I have decided to call it a deliberate. That is not actually a term, I just like saying it.
It sounds like it should be.
Oh no, he's had a deliberate. Oh what? It's like an accident only in one in purpose.
That does sound like this should be a comedy sketch in that.
It reminds me of the kind of dialogue that they have a lot in the Discworld books.
I did a sort of like an opening for like a story that I was doing in a Discworld style. I'll have to bring it up and like read it to you and see like if you would approve, because you're a Discworld fan more than me.
That is true. My ability to actually read does help.
Well, considering I did write it down on paper in my writing, I think I might have a better chance of reading it than you.
Yes, what I meant was with regards to being a Discworld one.
Oh yeah.
Considering how fucking terrible the quality uploads on basically every site you can find are for the audiobooks of Discworld, you're at a serious disadvantage if you can't read.
Oh god, what is with every... I'm sorry, this... I'm
No,
trying...
it's okay. Carry on randomly swearing at nothing.
Did I swear?
No,
I normally do swear, but I thought I didn't.
you didn't.
Audio settings. Audio settings. It's like the music just like turned itself up by itself, and I'm pretty sure I lowered it, and it's still got louder.
I don't suppose any of your random unbound keys are actually music settings.
I wouldn't think so. No, there's only a limited amount of keys that I'm activating on the controller.
My new controller actually has an up and down volume thing on it, so I thought I'd ask. Those two gamer buttons have come in a great deal of use, though. Very good for playing Dark Souls.
So a great deal of use. You sure you didn't mispronounce that?
No.
No. Okay. And I just always, I always love calling you out on bullshit because you always do it to us.
I know, but that was accurate.
That was accurate. Okay.
Yeah. I could have said come in handy, but instead I said have seen a great deal of use.
I think you said come in a great deal of use, but I could be mistaken.
If I did say that, I thought I paused and like corrected myself, but if I did say that, then that was inaccurate. And was not what I meant to say.
Well, nonetheless, we all know what you meant. So, Horse, how long are you going to be around?
I don't know. Just to clean my room. Maybe I'll go after that.
Clean your room? What are you, 50? What are you, a responsible adult?
It's a mess right now.
Why don't you just
been
get... Why don't you just get
Thinking
your...
about making a video game recently.
This time I get to tell Rem to shut up, I was speaking. Why didn't you just get your support worker to clean it for you?
I'm not disabled.
There you go.
Like,
Now you can talk, Rem.
As I said, I have been thinking recently, once again, about making a video game.
Yeah, I always get the same, like, idea in my head to make a video game. I always wanted to make, like, a little pixel RPG of my alien characters. I always had a great idea. What were you thinking of making?
I was also thinking of going for a pixelated RPG.
Ooh. We should work together. Make the money.
The one I wanted to make, that I've been thinking about most often, is basically an anti-Undertale, like a reverse Undertale.
Where?
That is, do you know anything about Undertale?
Yeah, I've seen Let's Plays of it, yeah.
Like, in Undertale, there are neutral routes, but what a lot of people will focus on is, like, the pacifist route, where you kill nobody, and the genocide route, where you kill everybody.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to make a game where the pacifist route is the evil option. Not killing everyone is the bad ending.
The real message was that centrism is bad.
It's like, there were monsters. Clearly you should have killed them.
Well, it's meant to be an exploration of... It's sort of like a trial for one character to prove that they've changed. And in their past, they were a very manipulative person. They used other people's pity for them and that kind of thing to basically control people into doing what they wanted and cause a lot of harm without ever getting their own hands dirty. So if you try to be pacifistic, if you never attack anyone yourself, you just direct other people to fight in your stead, then that is you doing more of the same crimes that you were committing before. It's you falling into the same bad actions.
I see.
But if you're willing to get in there and fight yourself, and fight your own battles, and actually be a human being instead of a fucking piece of shit, then you've proven yourself. You are better than you used to be.
I don't know if that would make... I mean, that would make him a nice person if he fights.
Well, it's not... So the events of the game are kind of like a simulation, basically. There's a very specific version of hell I've made up where basically you can go through a trial and thus become a demon.
So the version of hell is like overcome your failings more than be a good person.
Yeah, as when you enter hell, it's sort of a neutral hell, and you can just exist in your human form there and suffer at the whims of whatever feels like messing with you. or at any time you can basically
Take a test.
find an authority and take a test. And if you
That-
pass that test, you become a demon, which is
That's-
basically a slightly higher form of life.
That sounds pretty good. I like that angle.
And so this is the test given to this specific asshole who spent a great deal of time being a manipulative piece of shit.
Mm.
And the form the test takes is an entire RPG set in like a different world with all these characters and shit.
See, I've always had like a fictional hell, an idea for a fictional hell, which is the worst person in hell gets to go to heaven. Which works on so many levels because it gives motivation for more people to be even worse than they actually are, and there is the whole idea of unfairness going on. So I think it works on quite a few levels there. So
Does anyone else get to go to heaven, or
just like the worst person gets to go to is allowed to go to heaven, basically.
like, do people who are good go to heaven?
Oh yeah. Good people go to heaven. Everyone in hell who was the worst person in hell gets to go to heaven. Yeah, I thought that was kind of clear, but okay.
So, does it like reset every couple of years? Do you win the competition and then they wait a while and then there'll be a new worst person in hell?
I mean, it's.
If it just happened immediately,
Yeah.
then everyone would immediately go to heaven.
What-
Because
oh,
the worst person in hell would
Oh,
just
yeah,
shift to
yeah,
the
yeah.
next person.
No, it was one of two different ways, which was like, yeah, maybe there's like a year before that happens again, or yeah, basically what you were describing, and yeah, that wouldn't make sense. So yeah, they'd probably have to be a year's time.
Some kind of time period.
No. You know what the thing I had in my head was the obviously you had to be worse than the person who was already sent. You have to outdo the previous person.
What, and did they get sent back, or?
Yeah, they get sent back.
Alright. Does it only take into account the deeds you did on Earth?
Oh no, in hell.
Oh, in hell.
Just in
So
hell.
what's the setup in hell then?
I mean, I assume it's pretty standard. You go around trying to make life miserable for everyone else as best you can.
Well, I mean, there are a lot of different versions of hell. There are ones where just the world itself torments you just by existing, and there's no, like, human element of a creature actively tormenting you. Or the one where it's basically run by demons, and they constantly fuck with people as if it's, like, their job.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different versions of hell.
I didn't really think about that part. It was just that one concept, which is the worst person gets to go. I didn't think of the whole mechanics section of it.
In my thing, as I said, hell is kind of neutral. It's called hell due to some religious beliefs of people in one particular world that's attached to it. But it is basically just the afterlife. And everyone goes there. And likewise, they call the things that you can turn into by winning a trial demons. But they are literally just people that, like, essentially mutated into some more interesting forms. In fact, there's, like, juvenile and complete demons, and a juvenile demon is pretty much a Grim Reaper. While they are not... Before they grow into a full-sized demon, they have to go to the human world and bring souls of the dead in, and act as individual Grim Reapers of themselves. Once they've been a demon for long enough, they hatch, basically, because they're like eggs, and then a fully formed demon comes out, and they no longer have to be Grim Reapers anymore.
Chrysalids. It's pronounced chrysalids. There's a giant slime inside the sheep pen. This is funny.
That's fine.
Yeah, that sounds interesting.
This particular hell is actually connected to, like, more than one universe. Because it's of an infinite size, so it doesn't really matter. So there are people from, like, our sort of modernistic kind of world, you know, computers, television,
Right.
that kind of a thing, mixing together with people from, like, fictional fantasy settings.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it like aliens or elves and dwarfs sort of thing, or is it a mixture of both? Is it just everything?
Uh, I haven't given a specific number for how many worlds should be attached to this one hell, but I
Mhm.
definitely do plan for there to be those two extremes of the science, like the contemporary worlds and fantasy worlds, mixing up in the same place.
No, no science fiction.
The the Grim Reapering mostly goes towards a particular fantasy world. It's sort of a lot of people can go to hell, but there are different methods.
And what about the Grim Reaper? Is he
There
how? Yeah,
there
go
is
on.
no the Grim Reaper. It's just a thing that all the juvenile demons do.
Oh, so
They turn up, take a mortal's soul's hand, and just go, "You're coming with me," and then zip off to hell.
yeah, I was gonna say because you would have to answer the question: how could the Grim Reaper kill? Take so many people's lives all at the same time. So it's either more than one, or he has some sort of ability to stop time or something. I don't know.
And in this case, there are
More than one.
thousands upon thousands of them.
There you go.
It's sort of like jury duty almost. Like, because remember that, hell contains all the dead, and since they all have the opportunity to become demons, the longer that they spend in hell, the more likely they are to become a demon, and therefore the more likely they are to become
Mm.
a Grim Reaper. So there's going to be more essentially Reapers about than there are people dying.
Yeah. Because I think my brother was trying to write a sort of story about that, basically about, oh, there's so many people being killed, they had to make like another Grim Reaper, and this guy was the seventh one they had to introduce. But then that also got me thinking fairly recently, what if the opposite was true? What if they had like a whole bunch of Grim Reapers, and suddenly people just aren't dying nearly enough to fit that many job positions?
Yeah,
That
I
many
mean,
Reapers.
within the context of the thing I'm doing, that's
Yeah.
basically just less work for your individual demon. Every couple of weeks they're like, "Oh, fuck, I'm reaping? Fine."
As you said, it's like jury duty, so. Yeah.
Uh, but at the same time, in the fictional world, the fantasy world that is most being overseen by the juvenile demons, angels do exist, but they don't have anything to do with heaven. They basically are these entities that show up to mourn when a soul is destroyed. So, like, there are items in that universe that can destroy souls instead of actually just killing you and sending your soul to hell. And angels will basically briefly show up and be like, "Ah, that shit."
So
They
the-
won't actually say anything, but
Yeah.
they
So
they
the-
always appear at the sight of a soul being destroyed.
So the demons actually do shit, but the angels do basically fuck all.
Yeah, well, the point is that nobody knows what they do. They just know that they show up under that circumstance. So this isn't in the game I wanted to make, but I have this setting for a number of reasons. Where someone in the fantasy world is like, right, I want to know what the hell is up with angels. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to bind one of them in a body by like killing someone, destroying someone's soul while their body is inside a summoning circle. So the angel is trapped in there, and then I can trap them in the body and actually talk to them
Oh, okay.
and see what the hell is going on.
Literally.
And then I was gonna have it go wrong and they accidentally capture a juvenile demon instead because somebody else dies at the same time as they're trying to
Yeah.
capture an angel.
Sort of sounds like how one of the characters would appear.
Yes, well,
Yeah.
that was basically my main character for another story I was doing was going to be the person who dies. They're basically stabbed and fall off of a high place right over the summoning circle when the guy is attempting to capture the angel. And so the demon gets captured instead. And so this main character is spending most of their time walking around with this soul-bound lesser demon. Just like, hey, hi. I've like literally only lived in hell, so
This is great.
this is weird.
Why are they not setting each other on fire? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Well,
As I say,
this
hell-
is a
hell-
tennis match. We don't normally have that happen.
Hell is kind of neutral and almost a little bit bureaucratic. So like there are demons who go around randomly torturing people, but there are also like completely safe spots that you can just be fine, maybe get a drink.
They're also
The only thing that's
unionized.
important, like if you get killed in hell, you just kind of respawn.
Oh. I assume the suffering is intact, but yeah.
Yeah, but so is pleasure because it's not really intended to be hell. It's just an afterlife.
All right, so that's pretty cool. So the place they go to isn't intended to be hell; it just sort of fitted that
It really
role.
depends on which part of it you show up in.
Hmm.
So, people who die in the fantasy world
Hmm.
get taken into hell by Grim Reapers that are the juvenile demons. People who die in the sort of real life world, the one with computers and technology and everything, they come into hell basically by falling through a pit. Like they have a different death ritual that brings them there because they're from a different universe.
I assume like a soul would go through the pit, not their physical body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when that happens to them, they sort of separate. Like their identity dies at the same time they do, and their identity becomes a lesser demon.
Oh. So what happens to these people without the identities? Are they just devoid of any
They
personality?
no. So it's a trait of basically identity not being the same thing as you as an individual.
I don't know what that means.
A person can have more than one identity.
Oh, so they're those empty
It's so-
vessels. Sort of
Yeah,
thing.
it's sort of like the part of them that is projected to the outside world
Mhm.
is considered developed enough to be its own entity, so they become demons.
I'm sorry,
It's
you're
sort of-
gonna have to explain that again. The part of them. The
So when you say when you're interacting with a group of people, say they're good friends you've had for a long time. So when you interact with those people, you're quite outgoing. You talk to them quite boisterously.
Right.
You talk about things that you wouldn't talk about with other people. That's
Okay.
sort of an identity you have to those people. They see you as that.
Mm.
They believe in that version of you, but that might not necessarily be the way you as a person feel internally. It doesn't necessarily directly represent the things you actually think and feel.
I don't know how that would translate. I mean, so they're not the way their friends interpret them. They're the way themselves interpret them. Wouldn't that just be the exact same to their
No,
own
the-
individual?
The
perception?
the identity is the thing that the people around you perceive, not what you are.
Oh, so you become the thing people perceived you as, not the thing you actually are. Right. Okay.
Well, you split.
Oh.
They both exist now separately.
That seems
So
just a little.
you, the
overcomplicated.
person, just sort of exists. But the version of you everyone else saw gets a free ride and just immediately becomes the demon.
Oh, that would be it. That would be an interesting hell element as well. If you met your most idealized copy
Yes.
of yourself, yeah.
Now, quite often, those identity demons don't really have full memories,
Mm.
in the same way that ones that used to be full humans did. But they're otherwise pretty much the same, like biologically. They eventually grow into a full demon by hatching. That
When you
kind
say
of
like
thing.
hatching as well, are they always eggs? What the hell is
No,
happening there?
they're not actually necessarily egg-shaped, but they kind of, when it's time for them to go, bits of them start flaking and cracking off, and then they just as if they were a shell. The entire body they inhabit just kind of opens.
How long does that take? Just like a couple of minutes?
The event, it's kind of random. Depends on the individual.
I meant like the
In
time.
much the same way that the length of time it takes for them to go from being a juvenile to an adult is also pretty random.
Hmm.
So some of them take like 2 months, some of them take like 3 years.
It's like the pearls when they get not pearls, the crystal gems when they get rejuvenated. Yes.
I'll have to take your word for it.
They get destroyed and they take different times.
Alright.
I just wanted to say that to piss you off, to compare it to the Steven Universe fiction.
I mean, it's not like everything in Steven Universe is crap.
Name something that isn't crap about Steven Universe fiction. Because you hate it so.
That one character from the movie,
Stanell.
the one with that does the like old-timey music, that's
Yes.
pretty cool. I like them.
Okay.
Couldn't think of anything else off the top of my head. Oh, hi, Vixie.
Hello, Vixie.
Hi guys.
I was wondering who joined the chat. Haven't seen you in a while for Vixie. How have you been?
I'm exhausted. I hate making trees.
Well, you don't have to have sex with trees, Vixie. We have gone over this.
No, this is the boring, handcrafted form of making things. No sex was involved, I'm afraid.
No.
You should move over to sex. Maybe it'd be better.
It's hip to fuck trees.
I am not fucking trees.
That should be a t-shirt.
I'm not fucking trees.
What on earth is the context of that, they ask you on the street? I'm not telling you, you say.
Just, I'm not fucking trees.
Well, this is a woman named Vixie. You don't know her, so this is not really going to explain much to you. That just reminds me of that t-shirt game we had fun doing. Jeez.
I have good news, guys.
You're getting married.
No.
No,
You're double
I'm not getting
pregnant.
married. I'm not double pregnant. Why does everybody think I'm pregnant?
Well, to be
I-
fair,
I
he's
had-
you.
I had the conversation with you earlier about you
I know.
explaining your job, so this time I'm just doing it to be an ass.
I know.
Vixie's pregnant.
I'm not pregnant, horse. I know you are.
Why?
Because I've
Yeah.
not had sex for like a while.
Yeah, why aren't you pregnant? Just do it. Live up to your responsibility as a woman, Vixie. Come on.
I just, because you said just do it, I'm imagining the entire thing you just said, like all of it, multiple sentences, is a Nike advert. Why aren't you pregnant, Vixie? Just do it.
Just do it.
Why,
Wait, where
why
did
is
my
this
pet
Nike
go?
advert, like, talking to me personally?
Where did my pets go?
Well, you left all of your dogs at my mansion, if you recall.
Oh! Okay.
You left
Oh,
them all there
yeah.
to protect my building.
Oh, yeah.
Have they been in the way?
No. Do you like? Have you seen my building this complete?
No, I haven't.
Monstrosity, as we're calling it.
Hello.
There's only one floor so far.
She only cares about the dogs. She doesn't even see the building right now.
I was coming inside.
Yeah, you were coming inside to look for more of your dogs. Yeah, but...
No, I just saw him and I was like, oh, he is in place. Oh, this is so cool.
Did you actually name all your dogs? Oh, sorry,
Um,
continue.
Not all of them because I don't have enough name tags.
Alrighty. Well, continue your complimenting of the mansion. So.
I mean, there's not much. Left.
Well,
I
first
haven't done any
let
rooms.
me say what the surprise is,
No.
Good point.
or the good thing. I'm getting adopted
Hooray.
You're getting adopted.
by my stepdad. Yes, he's adopting me.
God
What?
damn
Hooray.
it. I want to be
So
in
that-
it.
What changes with this?
My whole birth certificate will change to say that he's my dad,
That is good.
That is
Yes,
actually...
yes.
and I'll get to
Stepdad
change
is
my
not
and I'll
your
get to
real
change
dad.
my name. So I'm gonna change my name. Not my first name, but like I'll change
Oh, no,
like.
it could be Dallas.
Oh no, change your first name too. You could actually be called Vixie in real life. Come on.
I don't know if I would want that to be my actual name.
Yeah, that might be a mistake.
What are you throwing at me?
Nothing.
It's
Do you know what the term shocking means?
frozen urine.
No.
Good.
Come here,
Oh,
I'm gonna push on you.
there's
won't let me.
else though. There was absolutely weird thing. I won't go into it. It's very sexual. I don't want to weird you guys out.
Why are you pushing me?
I don't know.
Are
I've
you
basically
guys
just been wandering around on treetops all day. I have not been making any progress.
doing it in the game? What the hell are you guys
Oh shit.
In real game.
in real
Come
game?
here, Rem.
You really wanted Vixie to be pregnant, didn't you?
Fuck. Where'd it go? Take the leash. Now you have the leash.
Oh,
It
you're
won't
not
let me
making it.
attach it to you.
You're
What?
not making it less sexual by describing that.
What'd you say, Rem?
I attempted to use the leash on you and it didn't work.
That is
Oh.
fine.
I mean, I would be happy if you had done that to me, but apparently Vixie was more important. Okay.
That is accurate.
Oh,
I find you sexually unappealing.
but
So that
you
means
don't-
I'm sexually appealing.
No, you're just neutral.
Yeah, I'm neutral. Okay. That's fair enough.
I really
I will
don't
take
think
neutral.
about you that
Well, then
much.
why didn't you describe me as sexually repulsive?
I mean, I can if you'd like, but I was trying to spare your feelings slightly.
That was you sparing my feelings.
Yes.
I don't want you to walk away with the complete wrong impression.
Really? You want me to be confused.
Vixie, are you gonna do anything for Halloween?
On Halloween? Not
Yeah.
really.
Okay.
Host an event. Get high. Go
I
home.
have my event. That's on the 29th, though. That's this Friday. We're doing like for my job. It's a like horror movie night. Not horror, but like a Halloween
Scary
movie night.
movie night.
It
No,
is
it's not a
humorous
scary
because
movie
you're
because it
one
has
of-
to be appropriate for children.
It is humorous because you are one of those Americans who pronounces the word horror as though it's whore.
So not oh,
Horror.
Yeah,
Horror.
it sounds like you're saying prostitute.
so not
What's
Canadian.
wrong with that?
Not really.
It is
Horror.
just humorous.
Sun's going down. Are we gonna sleep?
Probably.
See, the
Oh,
real
Wow,
Steve
there's
Van
so
British
much
X Factor.
change.
Yeah, I built a bunch of new houses, but someone didn't put villages inside them yet.
I haven't been here.
No, I was talking about Horse. Horse asked me to build a bunch of new houses, saying he needed to place to house the villagers. He hasn't bothered to house the villagers in the place.
I feel like I should put one bed inside my mansion and just sleep in it.
Why is there a chicken in here?
Why
In
isn't
where?
there a chicken somewhere else?
In my secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel. I started singing that one day in public, and I got people staring at me.
It's like no
And it
Avatar
was-
fans.
No,
really?
it was in my bio class. I started singing that in my bio class, and everybody gave me weird looks. And it's like, you don't know.
Mm.
Yeah, of course they don't know. What do you think they would imagine you
Secret
mean
tunnel.
without context?
Secret tunnel.
Oh, and here's something. Oh, go on, continue.
Everyone has a secret tunnel. Women have 2 of them.
I have 5.
What classifies as a secret tunnel?
Well, it's a secret if it's not, you know,
No,
visually on show for everyone, I guess.
that's more private than secret.
Right.
Just,
Through the
just,
It's
say,
not a private tunnel.
just saying, right? You're posting your anus picture again. Come on, man. Come on.
Like you referring to the multiple times I have drawn pornography?
No, Annabelle, you go lay down.
I don't recall you drawing pornography. I thought you posted other people's works.
I do both.
Oh, okay.
How to get out of bed. Horse, it helps if you have motivation.
What? Oh, that's your time. Oh, yeah. If you slept
That's the
more than
only
8
advice I'll
hours.
give you.
Anyway, you remember me posting that image before about that shirt I was designing? Is everyone finished with the conversation, by the way?
Yeah, I
Oh,
guess.
prison
Okay,
jumpsuit?
so-
okay.
Does everyone remember me posting that image of the shirt I was designing? So I was really excited.
Vaguely.
Vaguely. You Rem, you remember?
Not particularly.
Okay, well, I'll explain. I was making a shirt of my favorite characters from various every single show I basically watch, and I expanded to it. I made like far more characters, like triple the amount of characters you saw the image I posted.
We're gonna get
And-
sued.
And guess which show I got a compliment on? Guess which character from which show I got a compliment on? That will piss you off.
Which
Lisa
one?
From the Simpsons.
No. It was Steven Universe. You hate Steven Universe, Ram. I just thought
I
I'd
feel like
mention.
you're really overselling the degree of feelings I have with Steven Universe.
Yeah, but you always say how much you hate it, even though I think it's a fairly okay show.
I mean, it's quite poorly written and encourages rape.
PR
but, like,
said it's bad, so it has to.
Oh, come
I'm
on.
really not very enthused about
That's
how
good
much
then.
it thinks rape is a good thing.
I don't think they thinks it's a good thing. They address that there's unhealthy relationships that are forced upon people. So okay.
But then they immediately just kind of go, let's just forgive the rapist anyway. And everyone's like, yeah.
I'm pretty sure they still think badly about what's the name of her?
Oh.
No, Pearl. Pearl's not a
Yeah.
rapist.
No, Paul actively engages in metaphorical rape when she's forcing fusion on them over and over again. You don't remember that?
I don't remember her forcing fusion upon. Oh, you mean when she deceived not Amethyst, Garnet, deceived
Monkey
Garnet,
lady.
Yeah.
Black Lady, right?
That is
yeah.
essentially an act of rape. And
I
the show's
mean,
like, that's fine.
They did kind of go through like half a season of her being pretty pissed off at her. So
Yes, because being pissed off equates to
I'll be
acknowledging
honest. I can't be bothered to have any more of the conversation.
it's about
Yeah.
her basically, getting over it. She was pissed off, and it's just like, okay, you did a really shitty thing, but we're gonna get past it because we're friends. So I don't think it was what you remember it to be.
You raped me, but I forgive you.
People have forgiven rapes in real life. Doesn't make it a bad show.
that doesn't make it where rape's okay though.
No, it wasn't okay. She said, you have done a really shitty thing, but I will get over it. I will forgive you.
I thought at the end of the episode they're immediately just do it again.
Just do it again. But this time with consent.
I don't know. It's been a while.
Mm.
I'm willing to let that point go.
Hooray!
Basically, just because I can't remember the specifics.
That was
So Steven
boring.
Universe isn't such a bad show.
No.
And neither is Legend of Korra? Yeah, maybe? Yeah.
No, I remember why Legend of Korra is bad. Because it's mostly the main character.
And there's something wrong with her.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
I haven't really seen Legend of Korra, so
So, you know how in stories, typically one of those things you do is you make like a flawed protagonist and eventually deal with those flaws so that they become a better person. And like maybe
You
they
know,
have
character
some
growth.
skills, but they need to, they come across an enemy who they have to beat by learning a new skill,
Mhm.
which they
Yeah.
learn by overcoming a character flaw and becoming a better person. Well,
yes.
the main character of Legend of Korra is a girl who immediately masters 3 out of 4 of
Elements.
the 4 elements, basically at birth, which is a thing that took the last Avatar like multiple years to do barely.
And learn.
Who
You
isn't
have to
sleeping,
learn
by the
from
way?
others.
I'll sleep.
I'm
Oh,
not
wait.
sleeping.
Go on.
Whereupon she also has a terrible personality where she's a giant cunt and constantly fights anyone who tries to give her advice on how to properly deal with the situation, including the
Any-
person trying to teach her the next element.
You,
Oh
forg-
my god.
you forgot how
What?
she's always been rewarded for being wrong.
Yes, that was my next point.
Yeah.
The story constantly basically makes her in the right, despite the fact that she's clearly being a huge piece of shit. Like, she shouts at this old man in front of his children for trying to accurately teach her how to airbend. And the story's just like, actually, all she needed to do was play a sport, and then she immediately learned how to airbend. Like, wow, that's stupid.
Oh, really? I was gonna say, like, I'm pretty sure because of how the freaking show was structured that they didn't have a real arc for her to improve, and instead just speedrunned her improvement. But maybe, yeah, the whole
Yeah,
just
I don't.
playing the
I'm
sport.
told that there are degrees where, in like season 3 and 4, they occasionally address some of these problems, but in 1 and 2, they do not,
Mm.
which is bad
It just
because
exists.
that is 2 entire seasons of not getting us to like the main character even slightly. Like, there are plenty of shows,
Yeah.
films, comics,
That have the
anything
flawed
that
protagonist.
have
Yes, yeah.
a protagonist that is like even outright evil, that is more easy to sort of emotionally connect with than Korra.
Mhm.
Like Light from Death
They don't
Note
even make her
actually
like
has
likable.
like a you know, his whole thing is killing people with the idea to make a perfect world if he gets rid of all the criminals in the world.
Or
And
Zuko.
he pursues that goal. And you're like, that is an evil goal because of the way you're going about it. However, you're both really compelling because you're really intelligent, and also the kind of thrust of your goal is kind of like, I understand why you would want that. So I get it.
Mhm.
So I like you. Meanwhile, Korra is over here going, I don't
yeah, but
care about anyone else. Just, I hate you. Don't teach me what to do. I
Even
can
though I
solve
need
all
to
the
know
problems on my own. Oh no, I got my ass kicked. Luckily, the problem solved itself somehow without me actually doing anything.
Where did part of the stairs go?
That wasn't from the show. Maybe the part of the stairs has got blown up by a creeper. Well,
Oh.
They go around.
but yeah, I mean, I still liked Korra. I know she's a deeply flawed character, but you know,
Well, the thing is that the plot does not realize she's deeply flawed.
yeah, okay, that's the
That's the thing
that's
that
a
everyone hates is when you watch a story where it's clear that whoever wrote it has no idea what they've actually written.
yeah, that's a fair criticism, but I still
Because
like the show despite that.
that is fine. You are allowed to like it, despite it being objectively terrible.
Hmm.
That is fine. I will never take your enjoyment of it away from you.
Good.
I will.
Not allowed.
Ah,
Just as long as you don't encourage other people to make more of the same thing.
oh, I wouldn't encourage them to do any more Legend of Korra, but I wouldn't mind seeing another Avatar universe show that's not live action garbage.
Yeah.
What do you mean the live action version is the only
It is a
version?
shame that Legend of Korra does basically break the entire lore of the original show, making it
Really?
yeah. The way the Avatar spirit and everything works in the Legend of
Oh
Korra
yeah.
completely contradicts the way it works in the original show.
Oh.
So
Uh,
I would basically just say, if you're watching the original show, consider Korra to be non-canon because all it does is ruin the original.
Okay. How does it undo the original canon with the Avatar reincarnation stuff?
I'm trying to remember the specifics. It's like the original canon of the Avatar. It was like based on Taoist teachings and something. Basically that whole thing where in season 2 they go over the first Avatar and shit.
Yeah.
That all is like stuff that is directly contradicted by the way the last show worked. Like instead of bending being a thing that was learned from animals, it's just like, oh yeah, we just a lion turtle gifts it to you, and you immediately know perfect bending.
Okay.
No,
That's
that they
not the
had to
way
learn
it's
it from the
explained.
animals.
Okay, that's fair enough. I can see that point.
And
They
like
had to work with the animals to learn it.
the evil flying carpets.
Whoa! I'm
I
dead.
can't
I'm dead.
remember what their
Yeah.
names are, but
Did I just see you fall so fast and die?
Yeah, I accidentally fell off the side because my controller does that thing where it moves by itself. Um.
the whole thing of the avatar being like a single spirit of like a carpet, a white carpet. I can't remember.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't remember
Vontu and
why,
blah blah
because
blah blah.
it's been a while
Well,
since I watched the explanation, but I do know that that heavily conflicts with the way the avatar is supposed to work.
yeah,
in the Last
that was
Jedi.
a little random. I do have to
Wait,
agree about the whole
so-
spirit of the Avatar thing.
Well,
Go,
the
what's
only
your-
way I
what's-
could think of it maybe working is if, like, you know, they learn the bending from the animals, and then there's like a spirit that contains that ability of all of them and being passed on. But otherwise, that no.
But no, this all happens in the past as implied to be the way people originally learned bending. So
Yeah,
it
no.
just directly is contradicting the previous thing. Those
I-
two statements can't exist together.
At the same time, it did actually give an explanation as to why there are benders and there are non-benders, which the original show most certainly did not address.
It doesn't need to.
But
It's not an explanation that was needed.
I think it was an explanation that was needed. Why are there benders and non-benders? Why can't a
Why-
non-bender?
Redheads
Why
and
can't a non?
redheads?
Yeah, why can a non-bender learn from the animals how to
Why,
fucking
why are there
bend?
people with green eyes and blue eyes? It's not a thing that people need explained. And if your explanation includes invalidating previous lore, which is really important,
Hmm.
don't write that. It would be better to have nothing.
Alright, because
Yes.
you were complaining about the whole. They said, oh, the animals were how people learnt how to freaking bend the elements, and so why can't the non-benders learn how to bend? I thought that was a reasonable question that was not addressed.
Right.
So instead of criticizing,
the implication of the show
yeah,
in the Last Airbender
yeah,
is that it is something hereditary. They're not specific, but benders produce more benders, so it's some kind of gene or something.
yeah.
So we know that just from watching it. That's kind of already enough.
All
That's
right, okay.
already an explanation, basically.
That is a fair explanation, and that does make sense why the Water Nation has only really waterbenders and so on and so forth. Yeah.
Like, they don't tell us where it initially came from, but they imply that it's sort of like a genetic disposition you can have. Like, you have the ability, but then some of the people who had that ability learned they could use it by watching the animals.
Okay, that's fair. I thought, yeah, another thing, I thought those animals were about mastering more than learning, but I guess maybe it was learning.
Sort of both.
Yeah.
It was to learn and then master.
Because, like, they originally sort of learned firebending from watching the dragons, but then, like, the masters basically watch the dragons more, essentially. Oh yeah, there's another thing. Fucking lightning bending being common use in Legend of Korra is really annoying.
Yeah.
Oh?
Here is the thing that is really special, and only like a couple of benders can do it.
Mhm.
And here are like 100 people in a room doing it to power a generator. It's like, wow, that's ooh, that just spoils it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does make it less special, I agree.
The same thing.
I mean,
happens
maybe
with-
once they learned that it could harness energy, they just had more people try to learn it.
But that's the way that lightning bending is taught in
The original.
The Last Airbender
Yeah.
is insanely like difficult to master.
Even Zuko, who's like fantastic firebender, couldn't do it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's supposed to be a thing that like only the greatest prodigies can use at all. So the idea that just 100 random mooks who don't even have speaking parts of the story and just do it is, well, it ruins the mystique. It makes the training not important. I guess actually there was some secret trick he could have just
Years.
used to learn it in one move.
Well, there's the
How
thing,
many years is like the difference of Legend of Korra versus?
It's like 100 years or so. Like
I believe it's 60.
yeah, because like Aang is an old man within the fiction when they created the city they exist in. But
But
yeah,
the point of bending as a concept is that it is all sort of learned. It's mastery. There really is only one way to learn things in bending generally. That's why they have these really specific techniques. So
But-
it's that is the reason why it's really bullshit. There are a shit ton of metal benders now, because the way that Toph learned metal bending was because she was blind.
because she was blind, I thought that
Yes.
just helped it. But okay.
Her ability to sense things through her blindness combined with her earth bending is the way that she learned metal bending.
Oh, okay.
Now, to be clear, she probably could eventually explain that to other people, but it's really doubtful that that would just be like 90% of earthbenders can just do that now.
Yeah, that is also true. They can just learn it if they really wanted to. But anyway, I was going to say, you just focus on the negatives.
Only
and
been
just the
60
negatives.
years, and Toph is not the kind of person who even likes teaching other people anything.
Yeah, she particularly said how much she hates teaching when she taught freaking Aang the whole earthbending shit. So yeah.
Well, maybe she learned to like teaching a bit better after Aang succeeded. I don't know.
Yes, maybe every character engaged in a rapid total shift of their character so as to justify this new story.
Which
In
is not.
such that it basically makes the original story non-canon because everyone has to become somebody different for the new story to make sense.
Did you actually
It's
see?
what we call bad writing.
Mhm. Did you actually see old Toph in the show of Legend of Korra, because she does make a cameo.
Yeah.
Toph comes back?
Some of the I will say some of the scenes with like all the characters are decent.
Mm.
But it's not like Mike and Brian are incapable of writing well. They just seem to choose not to for a lot of the time.
Are we sleeping?
Especially when they're writing the overarching plots.
I don't know, I just decided to go to bed.
Oh, okay. If you want to go to bed, sure.
I like some of the dialogue with the old characters.
What do you think, Horse? Is he even there?
What about what?
Legend of Korra.
I haven't watched it, and I don't really want to.
I'm too close to a monster, apparently. There we go.
Seen it, but part of me wants to, even if it's like not canon.
I mean, it is bad.
It's not bad. That's what
It
I
is.
say.
It fails every objective standard of being good. Therefore, it is bad.
It is entertaining. It is gripping. There are great character moments. There are great
Just
characters.
think of it like
There
an
are-
Avatar fan fiction.
Yeah.
Everything you just said was entirely subjective, and most people disagree with you. So,
I
like,
mean,
what do you want to say?
are you talking
What
about,
I said?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about Halo.
You talking about
Mm.
yeah.
It is gripping.
Something.
There are good character moments said without any backing up of the scene using evidence.
I
All you're
mean,
saying is that you
okay.
liked it. That is what you are telling me.
Yeah,
Which
I
means
liked
that
it
tells
because of
nobody
those.
else whether or not they'll like it.
Yeah, it's true. It's not because they like it, but the same
I
applies
am
to you.
explaining the actual flaws in it that are based on facts.
Which I'm sure are from other people's sources, because you, as you admit, have not watched the entire damn show.
Does somebody
I
have a
haven't
fish?
I haven't heard much about season 3 and 4, which is why I'm not talking about seasons 3 and 4.
Well,
Somebody have a fish?
someone had a fish.
I don't think I have a fish. No,
Damn
sorry.
it, I want this cat. It looks like one of my mom's cats.
Well, there might be some fish inside the food boxes. I'll have a look.
But I don't want to lose the cat.
Yeah, if season 3 and 4 suddenly become good, I won't be able to tell you that.
Well, there's certainly.
I can't disagree with that either because I just haven't seen it.
See, I thought
However-
season.
Season 1 and 2 are so bad that I just can't see them somehow making Cora likable after they spent so much time making her one of the most hateable people in fiction.
I got the fish, by the way. Where are you?
Here. If you go towards the sugarcane stuff.
The sugarcane stuff. There you
Yeah.
go.
Mm-hmm.
You're already pretty much at the right place.
No, that's Rem.
Follow me.
But Rim sees me.
Oh, okay.
We're already much closer to her. You should have just turned around.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
Right, here's your fish.
Also, Rim, can I have that leash back?
There you go.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm getting a new cat.
That is if it
Alright.
works on a few fish you use.
Let's just say you're wrong.
Don't
New
let it run away.
New conversation.
Oh, I was gonna say I haven't watched Avatar at all, but if I were, I'd rather watch the original series.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
I mean,
the original series is mostly well written. Not all of it though. If you want me to talk shit about the original series, I can a bit.
I mean, you say that stuff is bad that is widely popular, like say, what's call it? My Hero
Why
Academia.
was it mad?
What do you mean? Death Note is widely popular, and I think Rem likes it.
I mean, I like the first half of Death Note. And I like the
Wait.
final episode of Death Note.
Isn't fish for cats?
Fish is indeed for cats. Did you left click or something?
I right clicked.
Oh.
Pixie hit the ground too hard.
Was it cooked fish?
Raw fish.
No.
Yeah, it's supposed to be raw. That should have worked.
It had little clouds both times.
Oh, that doesn't mean it's mad. It just means that you were unlucky.
Oh.
You
Do
need
we have
more
more fish?
I think that was it, but I'll look again. I don't
Go
know how
into
to.
the ocean and kill some fish, or use a fishing rod. Either works.
I don't know. I mean, I can kill some fish, sure, but I don't know how to use a fishing rod.
To be clear, I like My Hero Academia. I think at least the parts that I've watched are mostly good. I just think that the way it uses flashbacks is really poor.
Yeah.
Very excessive. But that's not actually a plot issue. That's just like that's a style thing that's quite bad, and I think probably motivated by not having enough money to just make new scenes. Or it could be because like they're trying not to get at the head of the manga. I'm not sure which it might be.
Alright, I'm getting you
It
some
is a
more.
bad thing, but
Thank
it's not
you.
plot important, so it's not as important as like the main character being an absolute piece of shit with
Good.
no redeeming qualities that for some reason the plot thinks is a good person.
God damn it, stop swimming so deep, you damn fish.
You can sprint underwater, by the way, if you've found that.
Oh my god, Oh no! Oh no! Woo.
Fish.
Fish.
If you hold whatever button you map control to, you can swim fast.
Really? Okay, control. Oh yeah, you're right. That's cool.
I prefer shift as sprint.
Although it's kind of diving more than sprinting.
It's swimming fast. As long as you're under the water, it can go in any direction.
Really? Because it just sunk no matter which direction I was facing. But that is
I
useful.
think I lost the cat.
That is sad.
After I almost killed myself getting your
I'm
fish.
sure it's probably around the village somewhere.
And in fact, I think I might just die. Oh, I barely survived that freaking diving. Damn, these are tough fish.
Nope.
They are slightly weird.
Oh, I found it!
So when you first press the shift key, it does initially make you go down, but then you can just kind of move in any direction from them.
Oh, really? I'll experiment it with a bit more. Woo! Yeah, look at you go. Okay, you found your cat?
Yeah.
I've only got one raw fish. How can I have only got one? I got a whole bunch.
Oh, that's because the rest of the fish sunk down. I collected them though.
Oh,
These are tropical fish, by the way. They can be used to breed axolotl.
wait. Okay, do you want to grab this raw fish?
Sure.
It's on the other side of the tree, there you go.
Oh.
The cat trapped.
Alright.
Vixie and her animals.
There you seem to be.
And her slaves.
Pixie.
It has to be cod, doesn't it?
I think any fish.
It doesn't matter. Basically, all fish work, I believe.
Thank you.
I'm trying to keep some of the tropical fish.
Damn it!
But I may want to make my axolotls fuck.
Is that? No, I don't think that's worth it. I was going to ask, is there someone who would sell me leather, but I don't want to spend shit.
Yeah, as Horse said, I basically consider the second half of Death Note to be non-canon, because I know the original writer didn't want to make it.
Mhm.
Because he basically envisions the story as the protagonist, who is essentially a villain, as winning. Like, that's the way he wanted to end it. But Shonen Jump was like, you can't have a bad guy win in the end.
That's
So they
bullshit.
make him write, like, a significant amount more, so that after he wins, he has this second adventure where he loses and dies.
Mm.
Now, I think the scene in which he dies, and I'm not including the setup to it or the reason why he's caught in this, but the scene where he actually is shot and killed is a really well written and quite emotional scene. I personally rather like it.
Like how I like the ending to Elfen Lied, but everyone seems to think it sucks.
Stop it.
I
Sorry.
want to remember how it is in terms of objective quality, but I liked Elfen Lied.
Yeah, I thought it
That's
was.
one where like it starts off with like her killing a bunch of people. Is that another one?
I mean, that is true. There are a lot of things that start like that, but yes. She's wandering around naked with a helmet on. She kills a bunch of people at the facility, then as she's about to leave, she gets sniped in the head.
I think that might have been the first, like, 18 rated anime I've ever watched.
Probably same.
The cat is ignoring me with the tropical fish.
Oh, is it not taking them at all?
No, it's not even, like, attracted to it.
Alright,
It's
I
gonna
will
push
fish
feed it.
for more cod.
Because it was unsuccessful yet again.
Yeah, damn that cat. Tony, cats are inferior creatures.
Can
You're
I
an
leash it
inferior creature.
if I don't?
So, as I've explained before, if you do that to a cat, it just doesn't really achieve anything.
Oh.
So you just wasted all that fish.
No, it's just that I will grab more fish.
Yeah, why don't you tame the cat? Because
'Cause
clearly
then
she's-
Vixie won't have it.
Yeah, well, Vixie's terrible at this, apparently. She's failed like 6 times.
3.
I mean, how many fishes did you give it?
Basically only one usable one. Apparently tropical fish just don't work.
Oh, okay.
I was wrong. But I am grabbing more.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm kicking my mom's dog out of my room because she won't shut up.
Let me hear the boot.
Mom, picking your mom.
Let me hear the boot hit the dog, please. I want to hear it.
No.
Donk.
Screw dogs. Throw them like
She's
rocks.
just fat and she wants my pizza and I'm not giving her my pizza. and it's annoying me.
You can't have that pizza, dog.
Pizza.
I'm not giving her my pizza.
Why?
I mean, would
pay
dogs?
for it?
Animal abuse. Animal abuse.
Also,
is
she's
mine.
obese. She needs to be on a diet.
Yeah, would dogs like eat like healthy stuff like a cucumber or something? I don't fucking know.
No, she wouldn't. My dog would, because my dog eats everything, but
Your dog is like my cat.
my dog is hyperactive.
Yes, like my
And
cat.
hypoglycemic.
Where are you at, Vixo?
I'm in a weird cavern.
A secret
Nice.
cavern?
But
A
like,
secret
can you
cavern.
give me any directions as to like, do you know any landmarks?
I just know I was running on some stairs, and I